Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, following a really huge win this past Saturday, Jermell Charlo, he went in there this week and he stopped, destroyed, he iced the very young prospect, talented prospect, one of the brightest young talents in all of boxing, in Erickson Lubin. That was the only pick I got wrong on the night. I got Austin Trout right. I got Jarrett Hurd versus Austin Trout right. The Lara fight was a gimme, but this one right here, I think a lot of people. There are more people picking Charlo. A lot more people picking Charlo as opposed to Lubin. But I want to pick Lubin. Go for the Florida guy. And not even just that. I thought, I don't know. I thought he was prepared for. I thought he was prepared for the fight, and that's why experience matters. But that's not what this is about. What this is the Charlos, man. Because if you guys go back through the course of my videos, anytime I've talked about the Charlos, I guess you could say, like, in boxing, especially amongst fans, the Charlos seem to have a way with the Charlos. It's either one thing. It's either you like the Charlos, you love the Charlos, or in many ways you hate the Charlos. Kind of like me. When I say at the end of my videos, you can love me or you can hate me. It's the same thing with the Charlos. They have the type of attitude, the type of personality that will either make you love them or hate them. And in many cases, for me, speaking for myself, it's been the I don't want to say hate because I don't hate nobody, but like I wanted to see them lose. Let's just put it like that. So maybe they rubbed me the wrong way, and I misunderstood them, honestly, because this fight here, the Jermell Charlo Julian Williams fight back in, I believe, October. These guys have earned their respect. They've earned their respect, and gosh darn it, on this channel they're gonna get some damn respect. So I wanted to give both Charlos respect. Jermall, obviously, who I thought was a talented fighter, period. But Jermell was probably the one that I don't talk highly of at all. I've never really thought highly of Jermell Charlo, due to the fact that he fought a guy in John Jackson who wasn't known for his boxing ability. John Jackson had a lot of success with him, and due to one very costly mistake by John Jackson, he pretty much gave the fight away, in my opinion, to Jermell Charlo. So there was that. And I never rated Charles Hadley as a top level pro, good amateur, not a top level pro. So when he went in there against Lubin, a lot of people were saying, well, Lubin was too green, Lubin was this, Lubin was that. But to me, Lubin was going to be a live dog. He was going to be, in my opinion, the most talented fighter that Jermell Charlo has fought in the pro ranks. Now, you could say, well, he spars better fighters than that, but as far as who he had on his resume, Jermell Charlo, I thought Lubin was the most talented fighter he fought. And a lot of people thought that, which is why the fight was so hyped up. It was probably the highlight fight of the card. But it wound up being a highlight that we didn't expect in a first-round knockout. So for all the disrespect that these guys do, for all the fighters that get hyped in boxing, because there are a lot of them, a lot of guys who get hyped in boxing, these guys definitely deserve it. They put the work in. Yeah, maybe they're not the most gracious winners in the world, but you got to kind of see it from I'm beginning to see it a little bit more from their perspective. The Charlos, that is, they have to look at a lot of the other guys in boxing who are getting attention, who maybe haven't done as much as them or have done equal to or less than them. So I could definitely see why they're always pissed off, because I kind of poke fun at their attitude. I'd always say, man, the Charlos are always so pissed off, but I think it's a kind of like a chip on their shoulder. They feel like they got to prove themselves and that they're the best. And credit to them, they did it. Jermell did it this week in defending his 154-pound title. Jermall did it in his last fight against Julian Williams. So with both of them, are they good for boxing? I think so. I think they're fantastic for boxing because, for one, if you remove your emotions aside from how you feel about them as people, the Charlos are, kick-ass fighters, both of them. Both of them are. I think at this point that goes without saying. Even for someone who picked against them so many times like I did, you got to give credit where credit is due. And when I get it right on here, I'll be the first to tell you guys that I was right. But when I get it wrong, and maybe if a fighter can change my mind on them, change my opinion on them, I'm also the first to tell you that. So, just want to give the Charlos the respect. I want to see Jermell fight the top dogs 154. Let's get that. Lara fight or that Jarrett Hurd fight. I want to see if he can continue his good little run he's having here with the 154-pound title. And then for Jermall, a lot of people he's going up to 160. I forgot who he's fighting, but he's fighting someone, and a lot of people are pegging him as the future of the division, a guy that can take over the division and maybe even take it from Golovkin or Canelo. Personally, if Jermall, because I've always thought Jermall was the superior of the Charlo brothers. If Jermall winds up going to 160, if Jermall winds up fighting a Canelo, I think he'll ice Canelo. I think he'll beat Canelo pretty soundly. Just for the simple fact that his size, his youth, his skill, his power. I think Canelo in many ways, and this is not to take anything away from Gennady Golovkin, but Gennady Golovkin is aging, and Canelo was catching him at the right time. He won't have that benefit with Charlo. Charlo is young, strong, and in his prime, so it'd be good to see what Canelo could do against a guy like that. But all in all, man, whether we talk about Jermell or Jermall, at least on this channel, because I've said some negative things about them in the past, and honestly, like, they've earned my respect. Both of them have earned my respect. So shout out to both of the Charlos. Shout out to them, and I'll be quite honest. When they fight from this point forward, I'm probably never going to bet against them for a while, because these guys, I picked against them a lot recently, and they just keep winning. So shout out to them. Let me know what you guys think about Jermell Charlo and his performance against Erickson Lubin on this past weekend's undercard. I thought it was fantastic. I thought perfectly timed shot. A lot of people, I've heard some people make an argument about Lubin, and did Lubin, kind of, was it a bad stoppage? Because Lubin, if you guys go back and watch, Harvey Dog waved the fight off around the 6-second mark when Lubin was on the canvas. He got up before there would have been a 10 count. So, I don't know. Some people, I've seen people in my comment section make an argument about that. But it is what it is. Lubin got hit with a really good shot. And a perfectly played shot by Charlo. So shout out to the Charlos, man. I guess Lions only, all that good stuff. Shout out to Derek James. Good guy. Met him in Las Vegas. Great trainer. He's building some really good fighters there in Dallas with Charlo and Spence and the other Charlo. So shout out to him. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Take the time to subscribe, and you can love me or you can hate me. But I'm just giving Dane. So until next time, take care, guys.